Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Pacheco once again. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Hall on a give up the middle. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. The 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And some room to maneuver. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Touchdown, Jets. CeeDee Lamb, 30 yards. And the Jets will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time.
There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Seven, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a first down coming up. Now Hall to start the drive. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Hall again. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built with.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And this is what you want to do, and to find him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.